Hello everyone, welcome back to channel Civil Engineering Academy, where we make civil engineering simple, exam focused and result driven. So in today's video, we are going to solve Geotechnical Engineering MCQs from previous GATE exams with the year, correct answer and detailed step-by-step explanations. By the end of this video, you will clearly understand which concepts are repeatedly asked and how to solve them quickly and accurately in the exam. So without any delay, let's start. So our very first question is, which of the following soil has the highest permeability? This question is asked in GATE 2021 for 2 marks. And options are given: option A clay, option B silt, option C fine sand, option D gravel. And the correct answer is D gravel. Correct answer is D gravel, because permeability is the ability of the soil to transmit the water, and whenever the coarser aggregate or coarser soil will be there, the permeability is higher. So gravel has the largest particle size among these options, so water flows easily through gravel. So the gravel has highest permeability and the gravel is the correct answer. Now the next question, question number 2. The liquid limit and the plastic limit of a soil sample are 60% and 25% respectively. What is the plasticity index? And this question is asked in GATE 2020 for 2 marks. They have given the options like option A 25%, option B 30%, option C 35%, option D 40%. And the correct answer is, before giving the correct answer, I'll give the explanation of that. Plasticity index is always given as a liquid limit minus plastic limit. So the liquid limit is given as a 60% and plastic limit is given as a 25%. So 60 minus 25 is equals to 35%. So plasticity index is equals to 35%. And option C is 35%, means option C is the correct answer. Now the next question, question number 3. Which of the following is a non-cohesive soil? And this question is asked in the GATE 2019 for 1 mark. And options are given like clay, option B silt, option C sand, option D organic soil. Before taking the correct option, we'll see what is a cohesive soil and what is a non-cohesive soil. The cohesive soil has attraction between the particles, means particles attracts towards each other, and the non-cohesive soil is that type of a soil which is a lack in this phenomena. The example of cohesive soil we can say the clay, and for non-cohesive soil sand. So therefore option given in the 4 options sand, so it is a sand is a non-cohesive soil and this is the correct answer. Now the next question, the ratio of volume of a voids to the volume of solids in a soil sample is known as, and this question is asked in the GATE 2018 for 2 marks. And options are given porosity, void ratio, degree of saturation, and option D water content. And the correct answer is void ratio, because void ratio is equals to volume of a voids upon volume of solids, and porosity is volume of voids upon total volume. So given definition matches the void ratio, and hence the correct answer is a void ratio. The ratio of volume of voids to the volume of solids in a soil is known as a void ratio. Now the next question, question number 5. The coefficient of curvature Cc for well-graded sand should be, and this question is asked in GATE 2016 for 2 marks. And options are given, the Cc value should be lesser than 1. Option B, this is in between 1 and 3. Option C is given, the value of Cc should be greater than 3. And option D is given as a 0. And the correct answer is answer B, that is in between 1 and 3. Because we know that for well-graded sand, Cc should be in between 1 and 3, and this ensures a good particle size distribution. For finding the value of a Cc, the formula is Cc is equals to, that is coefficient of curvature is equals to D30 whole square upon D10 into D60. Here D10 is nothing but the particle size at which 10% of the soil sample is finer than this particular size, and it is known as the effective size. Similarly, D30 and the D60 represents the particle size of which 30% or 60% of the soil sample is finer than that particular size. So this is the meaning of D10, D30 and D60, and these values are used to calculate uniformity coefficient, that is a CU, as well as the coefficient of curvature, that is CC, which is asked in this question. Now the next is question number 6. The Utterberg limit that indicates the water content at which the soil changes from plastic to liquid state is called as, and the options given are shrinkage limit, plastic limit, liquid limit and consistency index. As per the definition, liquid limit is the moisture content at which soil behavior changes from plastic to liquid, and this is determined by the Sagrande's apparatus. So from given options, liquid limit is the correct answer. Option C, liquid limit, is the correct answer. And this question is asked in GATE 2010 for 1 mark. Now the next question number 7. In permeability test, flow through soil is assumed to follow. And options are Newton's law, Darcy's law, Fourier's law and the Hooke's law. And the correct answer is Darcy's law, because Darcy's law relates discharge to hydraulic gradient and the permeability Q is equals to Ki into A. And it is a fundamental empirical relation for the seepage in the porous media. So the option B is the correct one, that is Darcy's law. In the permeability tests, flow through soil is assumed to follow Darcy's law. This question is asked in the GATE 2013 for 1 mark. Now the next is question number 8. The most appropriate lab test to determine the permeability of coarse sand is, and options are constant head permeability test, option B falling head permeability test, option C consolidation test, option D direct shear test. And the correct answer is option A, constant head permeability test. Because for the coarse permeable soils, constant head test is preferred due to the relative high flow rates, and the falling head is better for low permeability soil. So the option A is the perfect, that is constant head permeability test is most appropriate lab test to determine the permeability of coarse sand. And this question is asked in GATE in 2005 for 1 mark. Then the next question, question number 9. When a shear test in the field is primarily used to measure, and options given are drained shear strength of sand, option B undrained shear strength of a soft clays, option C permeability of a soil, and option D compression index. And the correct answer is option B, that is undrained shear strength of soft clays. And this question is asked in the GATE 2019 for 1 mark. Now the next question number 10. The principle of a standard penetration test SPT is to measure, and options are cone resistance continuously with depth, then option B number of blows required to drive sample for the specified distance, option C permeability directly, then option D shear strength in the laboratory. And the correct answer is option B, that is a number of blows required to drive sample for specified distance. The next question, question number 11. In pile foundations, negative skin frictions occurs when option A pile settles more than surrounding soil, option B surrounding soil settles more than pile, option C soil heaves upward relative to pile, option D none of the above. And the correct answer is option B, that is surrounding soil settles more than a pile. Because if soil settles down along the pile, it drags the pile downward, producing negative shaft resistance, and we can say that is a skin friction acting downward. So this increases the load on the pile and is called as a negative skin friction. So the option B is the correct, that is surrounding soil settles more than the pile, then in that condition negative skin friction occurs. The next is a question number 12. The primary advantage of using vertical drain is, and the options are increase in the compressibility, option B shorten drainage path and accelerate consolidation, option C decrease in the unit weight of a soil, and option D increase in the pore pressure permanently. And the correct answer is option B, it shortens the drainage path and accelerate consolidation. Then question number 13. The primary purpose of a flow net is to determine, and options are option A shear strength of a soil, option B seepage quantity and exit gradients, option C, consolidation settlement, and option D, Utterberg limits. And the correct answer is option B, seepage quantity and exit gradient. And this question is asked in GATE 2006 for 1 mark. The next question, question number 14, degree of saturation SR is equals to 1, which indicates what? And the options are option A, fully saturated soil, option B, fully dry soil, option C, partially saturated soil, and option D, none. And the correct answer is fully saturated soil, because we know that the SR, that is degree of a saturation, is equals to volume of a water upon volume of a voids. When SR is equals to 1, voids completely filled with the water, that is a fully saturated. So the correct answer is option A, which is a fully saturated. This question is asked in the GATE 2003 for 1 mark. Now the next is the most compressible soil with the greatest time dependent settlement are, and options are sands, gravels, option C, clays, and option D, dense rock. And the correct answer is clays. The next question number 16, the term piping in earthen dam refers to, and options are internal erosion due to the seepage carrying soil particles away, option B, consolidation settlement, option C, frost heave, option D, rockfall. And the correct answer is option A, that is internal erosion due to the seepage carrying soil particles away. Because the piping is a progressive removal of a soil by seepage flow forming the channels, and it can be lead to the failure if it is unchecked. So the option A is the correct, that is internal erosion due to the seepage carrying soil particles away. This question is asked in the GATE 2000 for 1 mark. Then the next is the most appropriate field test for continuous profiling of a stratigraphy and estimating tip resistance is, options are standard penetration test, cone penetration test, option C, plate load test, and option D, direct shear test. And the correct answer is option B, that is a cone penetration test. We can say it is a CPT. CPT provides continuous measurement of a cone resistance and sleeve frictions with depth, and it is excellent for stratigraphy and estimating bearing capacity parameters. So the option B is the correct, that is cone penetration test. This question is asked in the GATE 2016 for 1 mark. The next question, which of the following soil is most likely to exhibit high secondary compression, that is creep? And options are well graded sand, option B, organic clay, option C, dense gravel, and option D, well compacted silt. And the correct answer is option B, that is organic clay. Now the next is the unconfined compressive strength test is the most suitable for, and the options are cohesionless soil, option B, cohesive soft clays, that is a saturated, option C, rock core only, option D, sands under drained conditions. And the correct answer is option B, that is a cohesive soft clays, which is saturated. This question is asked in GATE 2009 for 1 mark. Now the next question is footing loaded eccentrically such that the resultant fall outside the middle third but within the footing width will cause. And the options are uniform pressure distribution, option B, tensile stress at one edge, option C, no effect on pressure, and option D, infinite stress. And the correct answer is option B, that is tensile stresses at one edge. Now the next is question number 22. The primary purpose of a filter in earth dam is to, and options are option A, provide structural support only, option B, prevent migration of a soil particles while permitting water flow, option C, increase unit weight of a dam, and option D, decrease shear strength. And the correct answer is option B, it prevents the migration of a soil particles while permitting water flow. Because we know that the filters are placed to stop the soil particles being washed out while allowing the seepage flow, and it proper gradation prevents the particle movement into the filters. So the option B is the correct answer. So the primary purpose of a filter in earth dam is to prevent migration of a soil particles while permitting the water flow. This question is asked in GATE 2003 for 1 mark. The next question, question number 23. The common unit used for the coefficient of a permeability K in the SI unit is, and this question asked in the GATE 2001 for 1 mark, and options are given like option A meter per second, option B meter square per second, option C kilonewton per meter cube, and option D Pascal. And the correct answer is meter per second. As the permeability has the dimensions of a velocity and velocity has the unit of a meter per second, so the permeability has the unit meter per second. So the option A is the correct, that is meter per second. The common unit used for the coefficient of a permeability K in the SI unit is meter per second. The next is question number 24. The Utterberg limit test used to determine the liquid limit is, and options are Van-Schur test, option B Casagrande's curve test for fall cone test, option C consolidation test, and option D sieve analysis. And the correct answer is option B, that is Casagrande's curve test or the fall cone test. Then the next is question number 25. The primary factor affecting cyclic liquefaction potential of a loose saturated sand is, and options are relative density and the cyclic shear stress amplitude from earthquake shaking, option B plasticity index only, option C organic content only, and option D grain color. And the correct answer is relative density and the cyclic shear stress amplitude from earthquake shaking. This question is asked in the GATE 2006 for 1 mark. So friends, that's it for today's Geotechnical Engineering MCQs. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and you will master these concepts in no time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more GATE focused content. See you in the next one. All the best.